Hi guys, welcome to Vision World. This channel is for the people who are interested in learning new things in science and technology. To know more and to stay connected, please visit the links in the description below.
In this video, we are going to see how to work with digital clock with Atmega 32. In this case, we are using 6 multiplex LED segment or 7 segment. In earlier tutorial, we have seen how to work with one LED segment. Here is our simulator and circuit diagram. As you can see, this is Atmega 32 and these all are 6 multiplex 7 segment. This shows the time one by one. These two are for hour, minutes and seconds. The first LED segment is connected to 1 and then it is connected to port D0 and then the so on. As you can see, here is a NOR gate we have used, in which the first input is ground and the second input is pin. So we see through the truth table what's going on. So at the B end we have the ground. That means we will have logic 0 always. Let me write it. So in this case we have two possible cases only. First this one and the third one. And rest of the two were deleted or not in use automatically. So this A input can be connected to either 1 or 0. And this A is connected to our port, and when it is 1, it will show a ground logic over the C which is required. Now coming back to our program or simulator, so let me rub it and then we will go to our simulator. You can see this is connected like this and all the LED segment will be connected and displayed. You can search this value 7 segment MPX6CC for the segment and 4001 for NOR gate. Now going to this coding part. The first 3 line AVR-IO.H, FCPU and util delay are general purpose. We have to include this. And the character segment, this array will contain this 10 digit from 0 to 9. This is the position which will shift the PD value like 1 downwards. First the PD 0 was active, then 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But in this case 6 and 7 are not included. So let me fix it first. So we will have a better angle. Okay. Now going ahead, in the main we have declared DDRC and DDRD in output mode. So these are the variable we have to initialize. In this value we will initialize our time. Let's suppose our time is like, let's say 21, then 39 and then 58. So we have to put these values like this. S1 should be 8 because it is the least value. Then S2 is 5. Let me write it. Then M1 is 9. That's okay. M2 would be 3. And H1 should be 1 and H2 should be 2. Okay. So that's how we can initialize our time. Now the another variable are here, which are, first of all, let's suppose if we increment time by 1 second, so we will have this line. Okay, it's making a mess. Let me rub it and write again. So the next time will be 21, then 39 and 59 seconds. Okay, 21 hour 39 minute and 59 seconds. And after this it will be 21 hour 40 minute and 00 second. Okay, so let's see. For the first case, this condition will not be true, then the another condition will also not be true because it is not incrementing here. It will increment at the down. But for the second case, first these are the conditions which are required because second can't go above 59. So these are the two values. So with the minute and hour would be like 24, basically 23, greater than 23. So in the second case, when we see that it's 59, so it will increment for the further, and then it will increment the second place. Okay, it's quite confusing a little bit. And then the minutes case. So these are the cases in the minutes and hours and in seconds, which are same. Just we have to reinitialize these with 0 and increment the another one. In the case of second hour, means the second place value digit of hour, we have to check if it greater than 1. Then it should reset only if when the time is greater than 23, because 24 is not possible. Okay, so let's suppose the time is 23, 45 and 58 seconds. Okay, so let's change it because it will be over something like too far for simulation. Let's make it initialize over here. As you can see here, the h1 should be greater than 3, then it will be reset. So the last time we will get, that will be 23 hour 59 minute and 59 seconds. Let reinitialize this value, that 5 in the list, then 4, so that it makes 45, and then 8, then 5 over here, then 3 over here, and 2 is already here. Okay, let's build it. In the meanwhile, we can see while it's on build, let me rub it first, and let's scroll down a little bit. Yes, in this section we are displaying the value to the LCD segment. So it is very important. We have made a char date array in which seconds, hour and minute are written over there. This is the counter which we are incrementing, that is second. And after this, the for loop, and this value is very important in the case of displaying the data on segment. We can tweak this value, and this value in my case was about 1 second. This 80, you can tweak this value of about 50 or 110 according up to you. And then another for loop is for displaying 1 character each time. First case there would be 2, then 3, then 4, 5, 4, that is 5, 8 and 4, 5. Okay, so it will be shown over and over time for 1 second, which will be generated with this k value. So our build is success, and let's run it. And as you can see, the time is on the clock and it is incrementing by a second, but in the simulation it is too slow. Let me check why. Here is the CPU load. Simulation is not okay. As in my CPU, the workload is too high, as I am recording to, so it is being incremented late. But when I made this without recording, it did a very well job. But in the case of real hardware, we don't need this NOR gate, because we will have the VCC and ground pin, and the ground will be shared between the Atmega32 and the segment itself. So we don't need this value. As you can see, it has incremented it minutes up to 59, and when the 59 will overflow, it will increment this 3 to 4. Then on the 24, it will become 0000000. Again, you can see that its CPU load is too high, so it can't work properly in my case. But you can tweak with the value of k. So that was all about this tutorial.
If you like our work and want to learn more, please support us by giving us a like and do share the video. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get a notification whenever a new video is uploaded.